Good day, everyone. I'm Roberto Figueroa, and today I'll be discussing the transformative potential of immersive open pedagogies and collaborative online international learning. Let's start with a definition. Immersive open pedagogies involve educational practices that are characterized by engaging, interactive, and participatory learning environments. These environments often leverage digital technologies to simulate real-world scenarios and provide learners with hands-on experiences. Immersive learning environments are powerful because they can create a sense of presence and embodiment that traditional learning environments often lack. This can lead to deeper learning and a stronger retention of knowledge. A range of technologies enable these immersive experiences. Virtual reality, or VR, augmented reality, or AR, and mixed reality, or MR, are at the forefront, providing learners with experiences that are otherwise impossible due to geographical, temporal, or practical constraints. Collectively, these are all called immersive technologies. Another term that has been recently used by developers is spatial computing. However, we're not yet sure how it would evolve, so let's stick with a more established term for now. Immersive technologies like virtual reality or augmented reality often refer to both the environment and the set of technologies used to create or navigate these environments. That is why immersive technologies are also often called extended reality or XR. These technologies and the spaces they help create and navigate can easily be described using Milgram and Kishino's reality-virtuality continuum. On the leftmost portion of this continuum is the real environment. It is often called physical reality, the environment where we are physically located. Now, let's talk about the other realities in the continuum. On the rightmost portion of the continuum is virtual reality, or VR. It's also referred to as the virtual environment and is often created and navigated by a VR system. VR, in this sense, is also defined as a combination of specific hardware and software that bring about real-time, computer-generated 3D environment that users, having a perceived self-location, can navigate and interact with. Augmented reality, or AR, is the real-time use of information in the form of text, graphics, audio, and other virtual enhancements integrated with real-world objects. It's this real-world element that differentiates AR from VR. In the continuum, it's said to be a type of mixed reality as it's a mix of virtual and physical objects. That is why AR and MR are often used interchangeably and are considered synonymous. However, some argue that MR is a more immersive form of AR. In this example, someone is using AR to check how a chair fits a room by overlaying it digitally on the physical space using a smartphone. Not included in the continuum, but is recently becoming a byword, is the metaverse. The metaverse is a virtual shared space created by the convergence of the physical and digital worlds. Famous metaverse instances are often created and navigated using the same suite of immersive technologies. While its definition and specifications are still evolving, we can safely say that it is an immersive technology and a part of extended reality. It's also called the next iteration of the internet. For now, I see it as a social instance of extended reality, or social XR. Immersive technologies offer us new ways of exploring and experimenting in virtual environments that would be impossible or impractical in the physical world. This allows us to test theories, hypotheses, and ideas in a controlled and safe setting. They can also allow us to build futuristic scenarios and let others experience these scenarios in 3D. Furthermore, virtual worlds allow us to connect with collaborators from all around the world in a shared virtual space where we can interact and experiment with virtual objects together. This allows us to exchange ideas across disciplines and cultures, opening up new possibilities for intercultural and multidisciplinary research. Let me give you some examples of how immersive technologies are being used for transdisciplinary and intercultural collaboration. My projects involving virtual tours allowed me to collaborate with environmental scientists, distance educators, language educators, and digital artists. One of our first virtual tours was also exhibited to participants in the Philippines just before the COVID-19 pandemic happened. The virtual tour was used to teach tropical forest ecosystem services to online learners. Findings from my research showed that spatial presence, which is the feeling of being in a physical or virtual place through immersive technology, is positively correlated to motivational aspects of learning. Another application was in language learning. My succeeding projects stirred my interest in this field. It allowed me to collaborate with a Filipino language teacher at a Japanese university to create VR tours for her class in 2020 when they were transitioning to emergency remote teaching. An important observation was that these tours made Japanese students appreciate the Filipino culture aside from just the language without having to physically go to the Philippines. As mentioned earlier, immersive technologies can also be used to bridge cultures and enable international education. One approach in which immersive tech can be useful is collaborative online international learning, or COIL. COIL is an approach that allows students and professors from different geographical locations to collaborate on projects, engage in cross-cultural exchanges, and develop global competencies, all within an online learning framework. COIL enhances intercultural student activities that foster meaningful online and virtual engagement while providing universities with a cost-effective way to ensure that their students are globally connected. Integrating immersive open pedagogies with COIL creates a rich, interactive learning environment that transcends borders. It allows students to collaborate on simulations and scenarios that reflect global challenges, preparing them for the interconnected world they will face. Through COIL projects, I've been collaborating with professors from Japan and the US for activities that allowed us and our students to exchange ideas and learn from each other through student-created exhibits in the metaverse platform called FrameVR. In their exhibits, my students featured Filipino inventions and discussed various issues with their Japanese and American peers through their avatars. We learned many things from this project and decided to continue using it for intercultural and interdisciplinary collaboration. Educators also benefit from these approaches. They gain access to a broader range of teaching tools, enhance their pedagogical repertoire, and can foster a dynamic learning environment that is both inclusive and diverse. Of course, there are challenges. Access to technology, ensuring digital literacy, and creating inclusive content are just a few. It's crucial to address these challenges to ensure equitable access to these innovative learning experiences. Some best practices include starting with a clear design of the learning objectives, ensuring that technology serves pedagogy, and providing support for both students and faculty throughout the process. Looking ahead, the future of immersive open pedagogies and COIL is bright. As technology advances, so too will the possibilities for engaging, interactive, and international learning experiences. I encourage all educators, administrators, and policymakers to consider how these approaches can be integrated into their curricula. It's an investment in the future of education and our students. You can start learning now by visiting FrameVR. It's free and easy to use.